Restarting broadcast. It'll make sense for anyone who just watched. It'll make sense if you're watching this stream. It'll make sense. Trust
We
me.
got a ping on Dr. Honecker's personal data transmitter. He's not far in. First, we need a deck plan. Pull one off a terminal and chlorine extraction.
Hey, first time here, you're gonna be like going so like, oh, I know they're gonna come. I know they're gonna come.
Just emergency lights.
But your second
And
or
maybe we
third
can kick the
time,
backup
it's just
power after we grab Honecker.
you know nothing's gonna attack for quite a while.
Patch into the console. I'll pull it down over wireless.
Unfortunately, I don't have any of my turrets on me. Normally, I try and have a turret on
Give
me.
me a second. I got a deck plan. Backup generator is beyond Honecker's ping. We can kick it after we grab him. Our man should be in the junction ahead. Honecker, this is the Colonial Marines. You hearing me? Acid damage. Not encouraging. Continue your sweep.
One down.
He should be right here.
10,000 to go.
High speed incoming. Get hot. Short bursts. Way more than I expected.
I did lower the difficulty, but I'm just also questioning if I will keep it as that. But I just wanted you to get like maybe a little bit of XP and potential before I bump it back up again.
I didn't expect so many.
That makes sense.
Hey, on the deck, Honecker's PDT chip.
On top of, I completely zoned out that those xenomorphs that we were fighting probably also just made that last run maybe a little bit harder. So like as I'm thinking about right now, I'm just like, maybe regular Xenos. I should have kept on. But at the same time, whatever.
Yeah.
We've started it. It's too late.
Doors welded shut.
Yeah, you learn.
Guess Honecker went this way.
Cutting in progress.
Prowler.
Hey, I got an idea how to track down Honecker. Searching this whole barge would take too long. Eyes up. Bugs now, idea later.
I think the outlines that they used to have on this system, I mean, it makes perfect sense for why they had the outlines and stuff, but I think that also affected the original. Like, if you didn't know you could turn it off and you just jumped into the game and then saw that stuff, it would still be, like...
Very arcadey and kind of mess with these merge.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I like the outlines. I have them off right now, but I like them because it does make... I think, as I mentioned to you before, it did make some of the later sections much more easier to tell.
Yeah. Like right now, I just have it so I have the X's, so I know I got them dead, so I don't have to waste ammo. That's really it. All everything else is turned off.
I had the X's last time, but this time I actually have the X's off.
Makes sense. Makes for a better video.
I was just like, I want to give it a try.
Anyway, I'm thinking we can track the doctor using station logs. I found a data access point, but it's further in. Concentrate on getting the power up. Never seen so much acid in one bug. Where did these come from?
There's so much acid, but it's not like it's melting through the floor.
Dynamo room's just ahead. Restart's mostly automated.
I think it doesn't help that like things like Alien and Predator and Terminator and stuff are great concepts, but they're not always translated to video games. Amazingly.
Sometimes it's also hard to do those ideas. Like, how would you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alien Isolation does a great job. I still technically I do have to finish it, but just playing through the beginning of it was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
But still, like, if you're planning on making like a cooperative Alien game, how do you do one that kind of has, I guess, the same feel as Isolation, but
Spinning this up is
cooperative,
gonna make
rather than
noise,
making it
vibration.
exactly
Oh.
Whatever
cooperative?
bugs key off,
I'd say
they'll catch
feel
it.
of Aliens
Be ready for a
and
fight when you
Resurrection
switch
all
on.
at the same time, yeah.
Look at this. Sensors deployed.
Colonial Marines tried. I think, depending on if you look at and how you feel about the background story behind it,
This thing's
may
been idle
affect
a
your
long
opinion.
while. It's gonna take time to movement.
Because rumor had it that, I don't know if it was ever officially confirmed, but Gearbox, it was like Gearbox took all the money that Sega gave them and put it towards Borderlands 2 at the time. While they kind of outsourced other companies to work on Colonial Marines, but because they were taking all the money and putting that somewhere else,
Dynamo just
when it
finished
came time
injecting lubricant.
to actually release Aliens, Gearbox or that other company was kind of like, yeah, no, we're out. And then Gearbox was kind of like, oh shit, well, we don't actually have anything, and they just kind of released something so that they wouldn't get into massive shits with the actual stuff. Sometimes when you see like shit release, it's mainly just kind of protecting themselves. Like if you see shitty movies rushed out or sometimes shitty games rushed out, it's literally the company just kind of protecting themselves and they have to release something.
Something to do with the rest of their own.
Yeah. They have to have something to show. Doesn't have to be great, it just has to be something to show, and then they can kind of use that as a shield. It can be a shitty movie, but it shows that the company still has rights to make more of those movies or something.
Yeah.
Grabbing ammo.
Keep heading aft toward the core.
It can be a buggy as hell game, but it allows that company to kind of, cover their ass and say, hey, see, we released it. But at the same time, also, depending on how you look at it, Gearbox is known for having some... I think the guy who runs Gearbox is kind of pretty shitty.
Got another swarm brewing. Break out the heavy
Unfortunately,
shit,
he's
this is
just
gonna
known
get
for
spicy.
making a semi-popular series, and, like the Mustang.
Is it the weird looking guy with the longish kind of hair?
I think right now he has long hair or something.
Destiny 4 thing?
Destiny 4?
Or Borderlands, I mean. Borderlands.
Yeah, Randy Pitchford. He's been a part of Gearbox and the Borderlands series for quite a while, and was apparently very active with the movie.
Oh, no, I know those.
um, I think he takes a lot of credit for Borderlands 2, 1 and 2 more than what he's probably deserves. But
That
he's
tracks.
like, I mean, there's many people who worked on Borderlands 2 that probably deserve a lot more credit than what he did, but because he's like
Go
the
around and
big
boss.
boss there, he gets
The data access I mentioned is just ahead.
he gets to
We'll
walk
see if
away
Honeger's
going,
leaving the
hey, you
tracks.
know, I did this and whatnot, and
She's our
it's just like,
battalion
whatever.
synthetic.
But he's kind of got that,
Employees
Hello,
did it. You were
greetings.
just
yeah.
the boss
It is
of
a
the
pleasure
moment.
to work with you.
He's got that Elon Musk, like he just seems to be very vocal and the face of everything, and always he's always the one that announces, like whenever you see them announce the new stuff for Borderlands, he's always normally the guy that announces it. And then for the movie, he was consistently like, "Oh, I'm on set and I'm making this so Borderlandsy," and I don't know what happened to the movie.
The access point is to the right. Through the door.
I really wanted to love that movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had realistic expectations to say that. I know the movie's not going to be good, but
I know.
oh,
I like the fact that they showed like references to the games, but they were mostly like CGI anyways in the movie.
they're just terrible in the movie. When the movie was announced, I was like, okay, this is cool. This is going to be cool. Especially because I think we're at a junction now in the world where a lot of, I think, comic booky and video game and like whatever kind of movies seem to have more of an understanding of why people like that stuff. Like a lot of, I'm not going to say every single video game adaptation and comic book adaptation is great, but
Thank you.
we have a lot
That will
more
be a
movies
moment.
and directors that seem to be understanding of what makes that stuff great and then adapting it amazingly. Whether it's a one-to-one adaptation like
While Ezra's
Last of
monologues,
Us,
you keep
or if
heading
it's
out.
kind of a little free with it like Fallout and Mario, they've all been pretty, for the most part, enjoyable. Still have a few suckers here and there like Mortal Kombat and whatnot. So when they announced Borderlands, I was like, "Hey, movie, this is gonna be awesome." Someone has an understanding, but the more you looked into like the production and stuff and why it took so long and the casting, it was like something's just not right here.
The casting wouldn't have been bad if they're portraying like new characters.
Oh,
Maybe
100%. If they were new characters, yeah.
Yeah, because you have people compare, like, if, oh, okay, this is Handsome Jack, or sorry, this is Roland, this is so-and-so. You're always going to compare the movie. If we make brand new characters, you're never going to have that comparison or that problem of having to compare all the time.
I think having like a Marcus, Claptrap, and maybe Moxie type figure wasn't bad. Like those are characters and names that are very synonymous with the series. But yeah, the series in a whole, it's like even Diablo, the series in a whole is always new lead characters, and I think when you're going to do something like a movie, having it be new lead characters would have been nice. I'm not saying it needs to be connected to the game lore.
Nah, but
Being
yeah,
like how
Moxie and
2 weeks
what's
ago,
his face, the
the
gun
mainframe
guy,
on Deck 41
and
was
that's it. Everybody
accessed,
else could be
I believe,
brand new
by
Vault
Dr.
Hunters.
Honecker.
and just tell a brand new story in a new area. The reason I was talking about game lore is because Fallout, the show, I believe, is actually connected to the games.
When we reach Honecker, we're gonna find a scientist or a puddle of
No,
Not in the
Okay,
sense
so
like if in other words, in other words, you're not going to. I mean, maybe in season 2 of Fallout, you might see stuff in the games, but you're not going to see anything in the game and movie in the show for Fallout that actually interconnect. At least at the moment, I don't think.
Yeah, you might
But
have certain locations where they make reference certain
I'd
things
say
in the
test
game that
vehicle,
happened.
but, you know,
yeah,
let's-
but I believe the show is technically actually
that's
canon
some big
to
internal leaks.
to
Never
the
a good
overall
sign in
Fallout
space.
universe. And that's,
Sense.
in my opinion, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like I think I said the other day how Warhammer, technically everything in Warhammer is canon. Whether it's a
Yeah.
book or a video game, everything in Warhammer is canon.
If we don't find this guy alive, I'm gonna kill him.
But so like the Borderlands movie didn't need to be canon to the games, but still like tell a new story. I think some of the problems with, I mean there's a lot of I think there. Some of the problems with the movie was it just felt this weird, who was it even made for?
They're trying to overly connect it to the first two games when it doesn't need to be.
Tried to connect it to the first two I forgot what gun I was using and I was just like blind firing there. Yeah, it was weird. They cherry picked what they wanted from the first two games, including odd DLC characters. I mean, don't get me wrong, Krieg is a
Elevator 17
favorite of mine, but
Sentry deployed.
still, did he need to be there? Did Tina need to be there? The whole weird Lilith is doesn't know she's a siren, and anyone who played the game is obviously going to sit down and go, "Oh, that's Lilith." I mean, she's
Get eyes on this.
a siren, and anyone who didn't play the game is probably already knows or has heard that Lilith is. I don't know. There's so many stuff in it, especially less actual gun play and stuff. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think I even finished the movie. I think I fell asleep through it, and then I just haven't. Go back through and watch it again. I'm like, I don't want to.
No, you don't miss much. There's a fake out death. There's really weird jokes and odd things that are, I think, supposed to reference the movie, and weird dialogue and stuff that just. Even if you start looking at like character ages and stuff, everything just seems so weird and out of place. Like Lilith is supposed to be a bounty hunter for a year, yet she's already sitting there going, "Oh, I'm tired of this shit." And she's like almost technically the same age. I don't know. Her character's supposed to be like 20, but the actual actress is not 20, which I mean is common, but also very. I don't know. It's so.
I know, it's one of those movies where, like, have you ever had a movie where you want to see it, you know it's gonna be garbage, but you kind of force yourself to watch it anyways?
Yeah.
That was that for me, so I kind of knew I'd kind of fall asleep or not finish it, but I'm like, at least I could say I watched it, and then, yeah, I never actually finished it.
Oh, they keep coming from that side. That's where we got screwed last time. I will raise the difficulty because this feels a little. I don't know how it feels for you, but it does feel a little too easy for me.
That's fair.
I think it should still let me raise the difficulty. If it doesn't, then hey, guess what? We get to do it again.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're slowly speeding up. I mean, now is where I'm feeling a little bit of heat.
Grabbing ammo. Patching up.
I've stopped expecting anything of it when I started seeing weird, like, the fact it was done, but it wasn't released anytime soon. Like, the casting already was...
Odd enough.
Yeah, I have nothing against some of the cast. Like, honest to God, I have nothing against some of the cast.
It's just those roles that they chose to make them play as instead of brand new characters was kind of like the...
Elevator.
Oh, yep, sorry.
I'm sitting there watching this guy, like, walk up to me, and I'm just like,
Oh, I didn't realize we're that close to this. At least I got a nice 4 rewards for it.
Honecker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks.
Gonna
Looks like he's
go
been
return to
searching for a
base.
safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
Just because I'm gonna like bump it. Plus,
Louder.
give a chance. Yeah, it was on standard. I put it to casual because. I mean,
Why?
obviously, it'll be a video. No, but
If I didn't keep the
we
ship's
had
scores
a
balanced,
semi-bad moment there, right?
Regulations require me to state that the battalion fabricators
So,
may
I
not
put
be
it
used to
to-
replicate any device and/or system that has not been licensed for use by Colonial Marine Corps Logistics Command. And I definitely don't have an unmonitored fabricator built out.
Do that.
Point damage.
Recommended combat rating is 150, which you should technically be. I can't see what you're. Let
I'm
me
not
know when
big
you
on
are
chatting up
ready.
the customer.
Sorry,
Is it
just
legal?
in the meantime, I'm buying.
I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem.
Just putting
But if it's
stuff-
legal, I'll need you to file a requisition
Oh
form.
yeah, right. This is how you did the. I'm gonna quit that one because I can pick up enemies allies twice as fast. I'm good whenever you are.
Okay, so we'll do second part. We're gonna do it on standard. Join queue. And we'll see how this works.
Well, now that I have some mods and some stuff, like
Well,
I should be able to pick you up other places fast now. At least.
I think we could have maybe actually done that last one on standard.
Honecker, you out there? Staff Sergeant Herrera, Colonial Marines. It's in a radio dead zone. Patch into the local network.
Yeah, we probably could have done it standard. It's just
modifier you had on with the poison. 'Cause,
Yeah,
they
the
had some
poison
explode in our
guys.
faces too.
yeah, I think that was just really affecting it. Modifiers can be fun, but they can also make games harder. So use them
Honecker, you
accordingly in any game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot clearer. Listen, to get
I
to
know
me, you'll
for
have to go through
some
the network
people it's
security
always
room.
straight up just place them, but if you can't handle or if you're not up to certain snuff, do not use a modifier.
Especially when you're first starting out in a game, if you have no like upgrades or that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Because it's gonna affect your game experience. If you can't handle something, just accept you can't handle it. Not saying that you won't be able to handle it later, but sometimes
I locked down
sometimes
the network.
having
Is that for,
just
like,
a
later
new
Network
yeah.
security up in the ops center.
Do the first mission without a modifier. Get a different gun. Get a different piece of armor. Something.
Did you hear
Just bump you up
explosions
by if there's gear score, go up at least 1 point
Nothing
in
to
gear
worry
score,
about.
and then
We're
you try that
professionals.
modifier. Know your limits essentially for the most part. Also, at the same time, even know your gear, because sometimes you might sit down and go, hey, I got some new gun I've never used before. Let's try a modifier. You might end up having a really terrible time.
Yeah, especially if like the gun kicks more than you're used to, or just
Or it's
doesn't
just
agree
not a
with how
type
you
of
like to
gun that
play.
you, yeah. If you like to play more ranged and you have a very close combat weapon, yeah.
Do they come from in front of us?
You see
Uh,
this?
I imagine
I
so.
keep pushing the wrong buttons. They come from, if I remember correctly,
Sentry deployed.
any angle. This is the thing, like, the last area we were in, I messed up because I completely zoned out on that. But if I remember correctly, this game, it's like every...
Sentry
Also
deployed.
have to have the hitting down on the D-pad instead of
I,
hitting to the side.
I keep hitting up. I'm probably using more turrets than I should, but...
Other
You ready?
overdose than under. Yep.
Well, that's the other thing with this game is...
Oh, I'm
I
glad
mean,
you're
it's obviously
I
a
can see you on
horror
my
shooter,
monitors
but
now.
there's so many sections where
here. Wait,
it's
xenomorphs.
you're gonna get a
Heading to you.
wave, and then you're gonna get another
Let
wave,
us
and then you're
handle
gonna
it.
get another wave. So you don't want to use all your resources on the first wave section.
Just to have it break down and not be able to fix it, and then the second wave or third wave, you're kind of at a loss.
Well, I mean, there's a few points on that first mission where we had to stop, fight off a wave of enemies, and then that last section, there was so many enemies. And unfortunately, in this game, you can't pick up, if you put turrets or anything down, you can't pick it up.
Yep.
But this is also very alien xenomorphy, where, yeah, there's doors or crevices in any other direction. They're gonna come from that direction too. So we could have put all our turrets in that middle section, and that would have been great. It would have saved the middle section, but there's also...
All the other angles to think about.
Yeah, there's a left and a right here, and that's definitely already getting attacked. So that's what sometimes makes a good, like, horde shooter, kind of. Like, you want sections where, yeah, they're gonna come from one section, or one corridor, because then you can have that cool last stand moment, but you also want them coming from every angle, because then you can really get that last stand.
Feel you don't want to just, oh cool, I'm protecting one corridor they're coming from. It's like, cool, you put the turrets there, you could just sit back with the turrets good until a certain point.
Yeah.
That would make it no more fun.
Well, I mean, every now and then that would be cool, don't get me wrong. Like, having that one section where maybe there's a bridge and you guys are fighting on one side of the bridge while the wave of a big horde wave of enemies are coming down. That's fun. I'm not going to deny that. I'm going to say, hey, that could be a really fun moment. But yeah, every
Wow.
now and then having
Our
sections
high-tech
of,
policy
okay,
station
they're coming
went
from every angle.
very differently.
Keeps you more on your toes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you want those
Have you
moments,
seen a
especially in
gray
this type
striped
of...
xenomorph?
You want a mix
At
of
times.
those.
Right.
You want a mix of those.
Have you been down to the surface? Did you make any arrests?
We can't discuss operations on an open channel, Doc.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Reloading. Other slight issue with Alien whatnot is the pulse rifle I'm using. Classic sound. If you've seen Aliens, you've heard that sound before. But playing it in a video game and just hearing it for a long time is kind of weird. As I just wasted a whole bunch of ammo. Some sounds in movies are great in small bursts, and some sounds in movies just aren't good in long bursts. Essentially is what I was getting at.
Okay.
Not saying that that is a sound that bothers me, but I think that for some people it was just like hearing it longer sound doesn't work.
Ambush in the rear.
You see here, section, long hallway, they come in from one side, that's perfectly fine. That's great. But you need that. You need a mix of both. If you do one or the other, only do one or the other, then it's just not going to be as fun. But you also need a variety of enemies, which I think is another staple of games like this. In other words, you can't just have like
One type
zombie.
of xenomorph.
Yeah, you
Or-
can't just have one type of zombie or one type of whatever. You gotta have
Just beats everything.
Well, they still
multiple, in which case it comes down to the developers can actually make or do a good job of making multiples. But that's also why in a lot of first shooters and whatnot, if you ever notice, there's always that one brute kind of guy who maybe plows through, or that other
Ziggs
who's
Used to own
a
contested
Spitter or
spitter,
acid type guy, yeah.
maybe an exploder or suicider.
Guy likes to grab onto you.
Well, that either grabs onto you or plows through you, because that also kind of separates
yeah.
the
I was just thinking of the little girl in
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
Kind of sucks. Back for Blood kind of never really.
Felt as good as that.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be like the spiritual successor for Left 4 Dead. It was like, I think some of the original team and whatnot worked on it, and it was fun, don't get me wrong, but it just, yeah. it wasn't as good.
The halls between you and me are 120 below zero.
I think that's where World War Z ended up kind of lasting for so long, because it somewhat managed to replicate that Left 4 Dead feel compared to like what Back 4 Blood did.
Gosh, you'll have to cut the refrigerant to reach me.
Oh no,
broke the
we're
valve,
gonna have a
tossed
little
the
bit
wheel
of
on
a
the side
split up
road.
section
Sorry.
here.
Rearming.
Yeah, fine.
Oh. Is that not the right thing?
Wow.
Is the AI bots with you? Oh, there we go. I think you went the right direction.
That's it. Just attach it to the valve in the pump room. Grabbing ammo.
Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. I thought that was gonna be definitely one of those, if one person grabbed it, the other person can place it situations.
Yeah. I also grabbed the thing. I had to hit the button. I wasn't sure if you grabbed it or I grabbed it, or if it actually showed us holding onto it or not.
You had to hold it, not just tap it.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize you could shoot the sentence. I know it's been quite a while since I played this, but I didn't realize, the sentence.
Ah, the ones
Field.
just chilling there.
Yeah. But I don't think you fight them yet anyway.
Nope. I think it's like, what, halfway through the game you start fighting them?
Behind you!
Second or third zone? I think it's second zone. Because each zone kind of had its... I mean, each zone has xenomorphs and your typical xenomorphs, but then each zone also had its...
Like specialty thing.
Yeah. And I think the second zone was more or less where you started facing more and more synths. And then the third zone was more the Prometheus. The Prometheus Covenant kind of stuff. With no clue with what the DLC situation is. But once again, like, that's the thing that I pointed out I thought was really cool about this game. Was, like, you're sitting there going, oh, I'm just fighting xenomorphs. and then you go to the second area, and it's actually like shootouts.
I'm kind of surprised this game you don't start off fighting the face huggers first and then working your way up to Xenomorphs, but yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't fought a face hugger yet, but I don't know.
Well, because don't almost all the movies start off with like the face huggers usually, and then they work their way up to the Xenomorphs?
Motion. Get the ducks around you. Get hot.
I'd say it's a mix. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I will say that I think some of them don't necessarily always show the Xeno, or show the face hugger.
Touche. Probably am wrong, so there's probably a couple that start off with just Xenomorphs right but
I'm trying to think of. Prometheus doesn't really have face. I mean, it has things that semi-resemble face hugger. Covenant, I don't think really has face hugger.
well, the first one out of those two has that snake-like thing that breaks into the girl's helmet that chokes her out, right? I'd say that's close enough to a face hugger.
Guys, I think the snake thing was Guy's helmet. But there is various facehuggery things. Covenant was spores that went into the people that spawned the white xenomorphs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think Covenant really had facehuggers. I'm skipping over AVP because, you know, reasons.
Yeah, I don't count those as...
They're technically not
fun
canon
and
anyway.
things, but I don't think that works.
I don't know if it was always intentional for them to not be canon, or if it was just...
Either way, if I'm doing a marathon of Alien, I would not include those as, like, canon. I'd kind of include those as dumb, fun side things.
If I'm doing an Alien marathon, I'll probably do the main Alien movies, and then at some point, there's a chest there, by the way.
That's it.
The one
So
time
at the
I
end,
forget
it'd be like
how
a
to
side
ping.
thing?
Yeah, I'll get to them eventually. Like, I'll watch them, but I'll watch them at the end. And then I'll kind of be reminded how Alien AVP Requiem is just so dark.
Yeah.
Like, you can hardly see stuff.
That was the second Alien vs. Predator one?
Yeah. That was the one that I think people were so happy about because it was actually rated R. And then it also is a great way to tell people that, yeah, rated R does not necessarily mean good movie.
Yeah.
Everyone
I know I've
was...
seen them all. That's the one with the... Is it the first or the second one where they shoot the laser down in the ice?
First one.
Okay. That one I've seen more
Second
than
one
the
is
second
more the in the town.
I think I may have seen that once. Now you're making me
But
want to go
it's-
see it just so I can say I've
it's-
seen it again and remember it.
Fairly dark. I think it is a little bit better in some aspects, but it is a much more fairly darker. When I say dark, I mean like the typical, for
Visual.
whatever reason, everything has to be dark and black.
Black on black. Yeah.
Yeah. Crap, I am getting to a point where I need to heal a little bit. I got the... yes, a lot of instances there normally is a face hugger here and there, because at some point you do need to show the actual xenomorph, or a xenomorph appearing, or origin-wise. I mean, xenomorphs don't just necessarily come out of nowhere. But
Monica, get out of there! Oh, God!
crap.
That one knows me. Followed me. And they made it in the lab on LD-895. They came up here with us. We didn't know until the woman who... the one it came out of. Her name was Monica.
The other thing I was gonna say too is, game-wise, it'd be weird having facehuggers. I mean, one, there's much smaller enemies, and two, what are they gonna do? Attack us, kill us, and then... Actually, that'd be a great way to start the game. Prologue, you play as some random dude, you fight a
First part of the
facehugger,
game?
you die, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that could work.
Or you walk into like a corridor and there's a bunch of eggs. Some of them open up and some of the facehuggers attack you. Some of them don't attack you at all. So you're kind of guessing which ones are going to jump at you.
Oh, I mean, I think the concept with facehugger and eggs
And
is
then
that
what you
as
said
long as they're
happens.
not a synth. I think the weird thing I'm starting to see people talk about, especially with Alien Earth, and this is maybe a semi-spoiler, is the concept
Yeah.
of do xenomorphs care about synths or not?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think so.
That's
They
what...
need to have it. They need to play the top thing living, don't they? And since technically aren't living.
They're animalistic creatures that folk, as far as I would say, go off of two basic needs, which is eating
Reproduce.
and reproducing.
Yep.
And the only time they care about it, they're not like humans. They're not just gonna push over a trash can for the sake of pushing over a trash can. And then that's kind of what a synth is to them. You know, it's a robot. They can't eat it. They can't reproduce with it. They don't. They're not gonna care about it. The only reason I would say or go, okay, they're gonna care, is when that violates their basic prime directive, which is essentially if you get in my way, then I'm gonna care.
Yeah, you stop me from being able to
Eat or
bruise
reproduce,
feed. Yeah.
then you pay. My name is Antonio Montiago.
Only supposed to be opened by company admins.
And who knows how they see? They could just see my body heat, being like, okay, well, since they're technically alive, so I could just ignore them.
Vibration.
I
Whereas
think
they may be able to read the heat signatures or something off of things that are living.
Romulus makes a comment about the facehuggers. I keep pushing the wrong buttons. Romulus makes a thing about facehuggers seeing heat temperature and movement.
Okay, so then, yeah, there you go. Then.
I was watching that the other day. I ended up also realizing I really dig Romulus and everything, but I find a lot of the movie is like characters making really dumb decisions, which is probably par for course with that series anyway. Everyone in Alien always makes dumb decisions.
Well, I would say that's for any like horror-based movie for the most part.
Yeah, but there's so many sections in the Alien series where it's like, we're ready for me to start cutting. Okay.
Alright, yep.
Looks are dropping. Hope you can. Good luck. They're coming.
Yeah, but there's so many moments around this, especially where they freak out and they go, "Oh, Andy, you're supposed to protect us and whatnot," and Andy's like, "Well, if I open that door, you would all die," and everyone's like, "You could have still opened the door," and it's like, no, he's actually kind of right. If you opened the door, everyone would have died.
Yeah, so it's like,
But you honestly, if you watch like Aliens and whatnot, there's so many sections where it's like, basic protocol says don't let this person on the ship, leave them here or whatnot, and they still, some character goes, nope, let's put them on the ship.
and then all shit hits the fan.
Monica, for me.
Crap, out of ammo. Oh, good thing we're in here. Where we can reload ammo still.
Yep.
I kind of forgot how this gun works. Because I have the smart minigun. Or the smart gun. The class specific weapon.
Yeah.
Which kind of actually lock on targets enemies. But I completely forgot that it's... I mean, I probably should have noticed because I was also hip firing everywhere. But it's only when I'm actually aiming does it not shoot. Unless it's locked onto a target. So I probably did waste some ammo. But at the same time, it's also hard to aim and... Like when I mean aim, it's hard to kind of zoom shoot.
Well, you don't really need to worry because of the health ammo pack right there, like you stated.
Yeah.
My board's clear. Collect our man.
We'll do that tomorrow. Watch some alien stuff.
Watching bits and pieces of it all.
Coming in alien mood. We'll watch the first of it.
So, you have a ship or something? I mean, I don't have a spacesuit.
Actually, I have the watch order of Alien since the show came out, so maybe I'll do that.
Well, we found Honecker.
Continue campaign.
Now we've got to get him safely back to the Endeavor. Lieutenant Ko will bring our dropship into one of the refinery hangars. Escort Honecker down to us for pickup. His safety's...
Into one of the refinery hangars to skirt Honecker down. Aliens.
I still can't believe the first alien I ever saw was probably the one that most people don't like. Resurrection.
Dropship in one piece.
I always mix up Alien and Aliens when I was younger. I always mixed up, but those were like normally whenever they were on TV, I would watch. That being said, I was young and dumb, and I probably couldn't really tell you the difference between them because I would get scared and all that fun stuff. So I thought they were probably the same movie. But at the same time, I mean, it's literally just the nest that separates them.
Well, and the first movie is like, what, one alien in it? Or the other one has, what, three?
Well, I mean, when you're young, you might think, hey, it's one alien in the beginning of the movie,
Yeah,
and then it turns into multiple aliens. and
I
stuff.
can't aim for shit, but I can shoot.
Buying Alien Resurrection at the corner store at my cottage. That was the first introduction to the Alien series. Since, you know, my mom has never let me watch stuff like that until I got 18, so I had to kind of buy stuff and hide it.
Brother and my sister were always into horror flicks, and I think, as far as I remember, I never was. Like, I think I would want to, but I would get nightmares, and I was always told, no, don't watch, don't watch. And then just at some point, something eventually ended up snapping, and it turned into... speaking of Resurrection, though, I actually really dig Resurrection. I think it's kind of enjoyable. I think it's more enjoyable than 3. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy 3, even though 3 is also in the line of not really liked.
Junction's clear.
I think 3 tries to do some interesting things. It could have done some really interesting things. It just...
Execution of those things.
A lot of production issues and everything, yeah. Resurrections, I think, is kind of a just fun alien action flick.
Yep.
But like I was saying, like you have things like Resurrection and Aliens where if you want the more action side of stuff.
Well, I ever wanted to see what a white alien looks like.
Oh man. if you want to see a white xenomorph, you can also watch Covenant
Get sucked through a window.
from Romulus.
Oh, that happens in there too.
Have you not seen Romulus?
I have, but just like the other stuff, I think I fell asleep through half of it.
Right.
Romulus is actually really enjoyable.
That's one of the things I hate about working so early and tending to watch movies at like starting at 10 o'clock is sometimes I'll pass out and be like, well, it's 2 in the morning. I actually have to go to my bed now.
While the dog is sitting, I was just watching movies and I had the dogs waking me up.
The gutter. I don't care what it smells
One of my friends at work asked her, he's like, oh, you have Helldivers too, right? I'm like, yeah, why? Like, oh, I just picked that up for Xbox. It's crossplay, you want to play it? So I did that a lot when you're off.
No.
Watch the
I was
mess.
watching the Aliens and Romulus. And Alien 3. And Terminator 2.
Well, I kind of felt bad. A lot of his other friends he has Xbox on for don't really game at all. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. He always asks how I'm doing, and I always bring up that I'm either gaming with you a lot or the occasional when hanging out with Phil.
We're just
So-
friends. Sorry. Hey man, I ran into, apparently, I don't know this guy, some guy near me, or near where I work, he apparently knows me from high school, I don't remember him. But I ran into him, he's like, you want to go grab a beer? And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't. Oh, maybe one day, we can exchange numbers later. Sorry. Completely opposite of what you
That's right.
You're telling people you're like, yeah, I'm gaming with my friend Travis. I'm just like, no.
Well, he's the
It's
other.
it's
He's
platonic.
the other meat cutter. He's the other meat cutter at my work. So he's usually just like, "Oh, what were you doing today?" "Oh, I'm working on Destiny with one of my friends." Or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. So
I'm
he knows
picturing.
a lot.
I'm picturing the
times I'm
40-year-old virgin type situation. Oh, what did you do this weekend? Well, I was craving a egg salad sandwich, so I spent like 3 hours getting the perfect egg. And have you not seen 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I have. It's just been years. Like it was in high school when I saw it.
No power to the door. Get the backup generator. Far
Did
into
that
the room.
movie come out when you were in high school?
I think so.
Ambush.
Yeah, there's a section where in the beginning, the two guys show up at work, and one guy's like, "Oh, what did you?" He's like, "I spent the weekend at with the strippers, and we watched a donkey show, and we didn't realize that it's a donkey
that
show."
part, okay.
And then this other guy, so he's like, "Well, what'd you do?" And then he's like, "Well, I felt like an egg sandwich, so I realized I didn't have any eggs, so I did this and I did that, and then spent like 3 hours making it. And then at the end of it, I just didn't want it anymore." Oh crap. Oh.
Sentry deployed.
Crap. Crazy crap. I know exactly where they're gonna come from, and I don't know if I want to use all my sentries.
Yeah, unfortunately, all I had was a mine that I put down already. And that I poured over there.
Whatever. I'm starting.
That works.
I thought I got more than one sentry on me, so just realizing that, yeah, there's all those different holes and stuff. It's like, and also this is probably like the first or second wave section up here. I don't want to use everything until we get to the end.
I see more.
Oh, I have one more. Technically, one more day doggies hit, but that's not for another week. Which sucks. I'm gonna miss waking up, not seeing that those big, beautiful brown eyes.
On the right.
Okay. I am the only person that he kisses. it's. I know it sounds weird, but I am the only.
Anybody listening? We're talking about a dog that he's sick.
It's because honestly I'm the only one that doesn't push him away. He comes in to lick and I don't push him away. I embrace it.
He embraces those sloppy, wet kisses. Dog kisses.
Sometimes he goes and he drinks some water before, and it is very sloppy.
It's how Travis washes his face when the dog's living.
I, honest to God, wanted to go grab or get someone to pass me a straw at one point just so that I could breathe. There was, I'm not gonna lie, there was a moment or two that I did almost suffocate or feel like I was about to suffocate, and I still did not push him away. Instead, I held him closer.
Or bigger brother.
Uncle.
That works too.
I am the Funkle. Oh my god.
I have the code for you.
Running a bypass.
Running the bypass. Of abilities. Reloading. There's actually a alien board game that I've eyed every now and then. Whenever I think about it. Well, because it's got xenomorph miniatures.
Minifigs? Yeah.
And not
say that.
and the kind where you actually build.
Ooh. The awesome is like an alien queen.
There is, but that is unfortunately a separate.
That makes sense then.
I think it's
Also,
both either a
expensive.
separate piece or separate expansion.
You also get like the forklift that they use in the second movie.
I believe that is also a second expansion. I don't think that one it can be bought separately. The Queen, I believe, can be bought separately. But I don't think game-wise, I don't know if you can use the Queen if you buy it. I don't know. It's one of those.
I don't care about the game. I just care about the minifigs.
So yeah, so it's like I'd be cool with the minifig. It would be like the Warhammer stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to play Kill Team, and at some point I'll definitely be like, let's play Kill Team once I get around to painting.
Oh, explosion.
Yeah, shot the floor. I figured it'd be good to shoot the floor.
That works.
I'm currently not sure there's supposed to be a specific spot we're going, or just fighting waves of enemies. I didn't want to.
On the right, a spinner.
Clear.
I was like, I don't see a path to go, but a bunch of Xenos are attacking. Yeah, no,
Beginning dropship approach to the
the Alien game I actually wouldn't mind playing too. It's just that one I would need to.
No response from Hangar Delta's ALS. Diverting to Epsilon.
I don't mind a good board game, but it needs to be either fun or simple.
That's fair. Or both.
And yeah, fun and simple. I mean, I do want to play D&D and stuff and Cooking and whatnot. But yeah, in terms of like miniatures, I'd also just be happy if I could find a proper alien or xenomorph miniature, or not even a miniature, but like a model or something like that, I'd be just happy building something like that. Like screw buying the board game for xenomorph miniatures. I'd rather just build one big xenomorph miniature. Or queen. But I'd also be afraid of like how more detailed that would.
True.
That would probably be. Big one incoming. Big one I think is down. So you see the green gunnet popping up every now and then. I think it's because the bot is technically considered the gunner class, and that's one of their abilities.
Oh, because I did that too.
I would be
Oh.
pleased to assist.
Okay, then that's the you thing. I thought it was the bot. I was like, that's impressive that they did that for the bot. I don't remember
assume it
everyone's
increases your
abilities.
damage, but because this is literally a gun with an arrow pointing up, so I'm assuming it does more. Yes, but didn't have a chance to use it for it, and I felt like I could change it anyways. So
No,
I'm wearing it, I
unfortunately,
just try to pop it.
unfortunately, that's the thing with like. That was the thing in this and World War Z, where like every
Is there
class kind of has its
Data corruption, I'm afraid.
ability. Some
There we
classes
are.
have similar
Sending you
abilities,
the door code.
are similar-istic aspects, and then some are just because
Running a bypass.
I have a shoulder-mounted turret, and then I have a little kind of concussive get away from me blast, which I know the other tank class in this game has something similar, like the concussive blast.
Wow.
Technically speaking, what I'm playing was arguably the tank, if you want to call it tank. It's not necessarily a tank, but
Closest thing that's in it.
when the game released, it was the heavy heavy tanky thing at the
Oh
moment.
yeah.
And then, for obvious reasons, they
Hear that?
eventually.
Shore party, we are down in Hangar Epsilon. Standing by for pickup.
Station ready.
Oh, thank you. But tanks and stuff. I say weird because, you know, it's not necessarily. Well, I find tanks in a lot of games are like the thing that people or games will kind of gloss over.
The Beltway. Home stretch, fire team.
Well,
It's always DPS and healers,
So,
and then
we're safe.
tanks get the.
Last thought.
Yeah, if anything. But that's also because like a lot of games just don't really have tank mechanics.
Let's ask these guys.
Like for a shooter, most of it's like, oh, they can draw the aggro, essentially.
But then you have to have that character or something be maybe a little bit more armored or something like that. Also, that's one of the other reasons why I am not using the other character, because it's like, why would I want to use a shield? Because that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. The other character, the other tank class that they eventually added has like a kind of shield, which is cool. For anyone who wants to do that, that is cool. But for me, it's why would I want to use a shield when I can use a gun or something to help kind of.
The only thing I can see a shield being useful for is if, like, you could do like a, I don't know, hold it out and do like a check or like a couple steps forward and just knock everything out that's in front of you. Maybe.
I'm kind of remembering this. I think either this
I
section
remember
or
this one.
something.
Where you have to keep on running forward and collecting things.
I don't remember if it's running forward and collecting things, but I do remember running through a bunch of corridor is trying to get to a ship.
Local animals up to replenish.
I do remember there's an area kind of like this where you have to stand here, and then every so often you gotta run, grab something from back there, and run, bring it back towards the ship.
Yeah, I think
this
no,
spot,
I
but-
think I'm remembering that. That sounds familiar.
Yep, looks like it's maybe what we're doing now. I don't know.
Oh, heading
I follow
to.
anyways.
Ambush.
I have no link to Priceline. I can't run the launch sequence by remote.
It's probably much later on though.
Am I not going the right direction?
The arrow was pointing this way.
That's what. Okay, I feel like it just kind of jumped in a different direction. That's what just kind of.
Shore party, you'll prep the hangar.
Yeah, right here. Did it tell you to go back that way? Because this is door open in front of us. I'm confused.
Yeah, it was
No,
telling
that's
me to
pointing
go.
behind again. And then as soon as I walk forward, I'm like, door open. So I'm like, are we supposed to go this way or that way?
Oh, okay, yeah, it's this way. It's pointing me in the other direction for whatever reason. Yeah, this is
This is where I was talking about, I think.
Yeah, this. I remember this.
Start depressurization when you're ready.
That's where this was first.
When you hit that, every Xeno in the vents
I
will
should
pour
be
out.
asking. Can you could
Reporting.
open both those chests and get items, right?
No,
Yeah. you're
Okay,
right.
so it is a shared thing.
out here.
Not like you can do something and I can do
Separately.
something kind of situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Sentry deployed.
Alright, here we go. It's a
Which
big room.
immediately
This'll
is
take
kind
time.
of. Did you push the
Right on time. Here come the bugs.
Deployed.
you bastard? I was not ready.
Keep them off us, or fly yourself home.
Yeah, there's gonna be a moment where I think one of us is gonna have to run one direction,
Right flank.
turn a
inbound.
switch, run another direction, turn a switch, and then run back to the ship.
Yeah, because we're basically refueling it, aren't we? Or something like that?
Prepping stuff for it to evac.
Yeah, essentially what it is.
I don't think this is our ship for whatever reason. I don't fully remember the story, but it's like we come to a ship distressed by this planet, and we're checking out the ship. This dude's telling us all about the planet, so the next set of missions is we go check out the planet, which we go deeper into, which leads us to more shit before realizing that we gotta come back to this ship at the very end. Because the queen and whatnot is actually on the ship. I don't remember if it's 3 chapters or if it's 4 chapters or if it's just 3 chapters with the third chapter
Pressurize
being
the
like
hydraulics for the bay doors.
come back here.
Control below the landing deck.
Where
Looks like underneath.
that's what I was thinking. How do I see how to get underneath? I'm going
Still
below.
seeing no pressure on the bay doors. Door hydraulics prime. Continuing launch sequence.
I'm coming back up.
How are you not dead yet?
I'm just a
There you
badass.
Well, not you, I mean the giant big health one over here.
There might be one here that can't die or something like that.
It took literally all the shots from several of my clips, plus all the turrets we got, and the AI.
Shore party. Deactivate the safety interlocks on the bay doors. Controls are in the landing signal opposite station, left side.
Don't die, don't die.
Safety interlocks disengaged. Resuming cycle.
I think this one has a lot
Signals
more
inbound.
intricate waves
All of
sometimes.
signals here.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's the same devs between this and World War Z, but I feel like World War Z, a lot of its wave sections are actually,
Jamie?
yeah. I mean, a bunch of stuff where you can kind of plant down some pretty neat trap placement, but there isn't really any. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it wasn't really. Oh, now you need to go switch this button and push that button.
Well, that's one thing I liked about, was it Left 4 Dead? Didn't they have a couple, or at least the second game, there's, like, you had to get tires of that for a car to leave in one of the missions and that?
Back 4 Blood kind of had that too. Not too, but yes, they... Sometimes you'd have sections where, yeah, waves of enemies while you need to go grab this or grab that.
It's nice, it changes it up rather than just having a hole before it.
Yeah. Heading out to
Yep, I saw you.
I probably should have healed before doing that.
Also, I figure it makes more of an interesting video than you going than me just chilling here than me going and you just chilling here.
I don't know, I could have sat back and healed.
Fair.
Mount up, fireteam, double time.
Especially because I got a bunch of big guys coming in.
Oh, fuck, reload faster.
A lot of big guys incoming.
Oh, fuck.
Run!
Oh, that was terrible.
Did you die?
Yes.
I'm pulling my team out.
I'm gonna end the stream there, but we're gonna have to take another shot at that mission. Till next time.